This evening on ENN Tonight.
A new hospital is expanding medical care to Eastern Alamance residents.
There would be a great opportunity for Mebane to have Cone Health because Cone Health is a great hospital.
Elon families had the chance to ask questions and voice their concerns about the potential merger between Elon and Queens.
And what Western North Carolina communities are doing to rebuild 1 year after Hurricane Helene.
Those stories and more.
ENN Tonight starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Alice Morrissey.
And I'm Charlotte Pfabe. Let's dive into this week's top stories.
A new addition to the healthcare industry is coming to Mebane. ENN's Anjolina Fantaroni has the where and when this project will be completed.
Part of Alamance Regional, a new hospital is underway. Chad Bohr, Senior Vice President of Cone Health, says the pitch came after the state of North Carolina determined that Cone Health needed 46 more care beds.
Cone then went about the process of applying for the certificate of need to try and obtain those beds, and really looking at geography, decided that Mebane, given the location and the projected growth, made the most sense.
Boris says the hospital will bring more care access to Alamance County.
A lot of our focus is going to be on better access to emergency room services, greater enhanced ambulatory services, imaging services, along with inpatient beds, for those who are sick enough to need an inpatient bed.
Catherine Zapata, originally from Connecticut, will move to Mebane and start her new job at Cone Health in Greensboro.
There would be a great opportunity for Mebane to have Cone Health because Cone Health is a great hospital. It's a large hospital, it's well known, and I know of many people that attend or go to Cone Health.
The Mebane Cone Health Hospital is projected to open in 2029. Anjolina Fantaroni, ENN Tonight.
Bohr also says that the new hospital will open 300 new jobs.
The Family Weekend schedule included a chance for parents to learn more and ask questions about the Queen's University of Charlotte and Elon University merger. The session was hosted by Merger's Sprint Team co-chair Jim Pyatt. The Sprint Team is made up of representatives from Queens and Elon who will oversee the possible impacts of a merger. Parents gathered in Global Commons to hear about the potential merger and what it means for Elon. Pyatt responded to parents who had concerns about Elon's brand and admission standards. This meeting was one of several recent events Elon held for community members who may have concerns about the merger.
North Carolina's lawmakers are still struggling to agree on a full state budget, and now senators are pushing for what they're calling mini budgets. These smaller spending plans will provide funding for storm relief and school safety. But there's a catch. Senate Republicans admit they don't have a deal with their counterparts in the House. The two chambers are divided on how much money will go towards state employee raises and major health care funding. For now, the state's budget remains stalled, with critical programs and services waiting on a resolution.
It's been 1 year since Hurricane Helene ripped through western North Carolina. ENN's Reagan Sizemore traveled to her hometown and followed up on community events that celebrated resilience.
1 year ago, Asheville residents gathered at the Fairview Elementary lot after the most devastating time in their lives, Hurricane Helene. 1 year later, they celebrate together. Fairview resident Corey Wall is a volunteer with the nonprofit Fairview Strong. She says she's been working with them for the past year.
Immediately after the storm, my husband's a police officer, so I had to be with my children, and he was out in 16-hour days. But I was so pulled to our community and wanting to help.
FairviewStrong.org and the Garin Creek Foundation formed to help residents rebuild. They organized the event to mark 1 year since Hurricane Helene.
It's just absolutely incredible to see everybody come out and together. And 365 days later, we are all still so connected to each other and volunteering our time.
Residents are continuing to rebuild their town and get back on track 1 year after Helene. Reagan Sizemore, ENN Tonight.
To read more about the anniversary events, pick up a copy of this week's Pendulum.
Elon University's Performing Arts has achieved recognition from Playbill, a world-renowned theater magazine. The Hollywood Reporter ranked Elon University 23rd on a list of world's best drama schools. Now, Playbill has recognized Elon as one of the schools with the most alumni on Broadway. Among this list was New York University, Yale, and Juilliard. Elon alum Sydney Nicole Wilson recently performed on The Lion King on Broadway. She says that the program values authenticity.
I think just they see each student for who they are, and it's not like a cookie cutter type of program. Like it's not something, it's like they look at you and they're passionate about who you are and what you are capable of.
Jacob Brent, assistant professor of musical theater, says that the department is excited to keep growing their alumni base and use it to their advantage.
The rain held off for family weekend, but it won't stay dry for long. I'll have your Phoenix 5-day forecast after the break.
And stay tuned to see an action-packed weekend of football as Elon took on Hampton University at Rhodes Stadium.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think. You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Hate is loud, but love is the majority.
Well, we've been seeing lots of rain today, so let's check out this week's weather with Mackenzie Cruz.
Thanks, Alice. The rain outside actually just stopped. This past weekend, the projected rain never showed, which was good news for family weekend. But this week, we'll see more much-needed showers and cooler temperatures. Now for your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tonight, we'll continue to see rain with a low of 63. Tomorrow, we'll have a high of 71 with more rain and cloudy skies. The sun will come back out on Wednesday for a warm and breezy 75. Thursday will be mostly sunny and 70 with some wind. Cloudy skies will return Friday with a high of 70. Finally, Saturday we'll see more of the same with a bit of sun in the afternoon. If you're wondering why we're getting more rain this week, that would be the effects of Tropical Depression 9, which became Tropical Storm Imelda last night. A tropical storm is a smaller cyclone with sustained winds of 39 to 73 miles an hour. A hurricane is 74 or more. This system is currently sitting over the Bahamas, close to the eastern coast of Florida, and it's on track to hook back out to the Atlantic. Category 4 Hurricane Umberto is further east, but on a similar track. The low pressure and hot ocean waters will fuel both of these storms. Hurricane Umberto is expected to pull Imelda away from the U.S. by tomorrow. our coast will get rip currents and the rain will continue here in Elon. That's all. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Mackenzie. Hopefully some fall weather will be headed our way soon.
After a last-minute venue change, Bob Marley's former band, the Wailers, will be performing in downtown Burlington this Friday. ENN's Megan Walsh has more on what may turn out to be the largest event in Burlington's history.
Owner of Burlington Food Hall, Wellesley Robinson, was approached only a month ago, finding out that the Whalers' original Greensboro venue was still under construction.
It kind of naturally turns into a little bit of a community block party for everybody to be involved in, and it's just really special.
Robinson says she hopes the event will draw as many as 2,000 people to downtown. President of the Burlington Downtown Corporation, Wade Boatler, says he hopes this event will help downtown grow.
I think this being an evening event is a very, very exciting thing. I think the nightlife in Burlington, North Carolina has a tremendous opportunity to grow.
Robinson says she's excited to bring more events like this to the hall.
I hope that from this, it kind of opens the door not only for the food hall, but for downtown as a whole to maybe become more involved.
Robinson also says that the businesses in the hall and on Front Street will be open during the concert. Megan Walsh, ENN Tonight.
For more information on the event, you can visit our website at elonnewsnetwork.com.
Saturday afternoon, Elon football took on Hampton University. Our Benjamin Beerfield was there to capture all the excitement of the family weekend game.
Elon continued to put up big numbers in their showdown against Hampton on Parents' Weekend. They utilized an explosive rushing attack that saw redshirt freshman quarterback Landon Clark and sophomore running back TJ Thomas score touchdowns. In the first half, scores by Thomas and sophomore wide receiver Isaiah Furman helped build a 17-6 lead heading into halftime, while the defense held Hampton's potent rushing attack to less than 3 yards per carry. After, head coach Tony Trisciani credited Elon's ability to be productive in all three phases.
It took offense, defense, and special teams to put this together today. Really proud of the resiliency and our ability to regain the momentum of the game and control of the game.
The second half did see Hampton take a 20-17 lead 3 minutes into the third quarter, thanks to some big plays and an Elon turnover by Clark. Despite the disastrous start, Trisciani admitted that there will be things to fix going forward, but was pleased with his team's performance.
Proud of the guys and glad we were able to play the way we did and deliver a win in front of a great family weekend crowd here in Rhodes Stadium.
Elon's 41-20 win not only gives them their first conference win of the season, but it now moves them to 3-2 on the year. Benjamin Beerfield, ENN Tonight.
This Saturday, the Phoenix will head to Maryland, where they face off against Towson University at 4 p.m.
The most decorated female swimmer in history with a total of 14 Olympic medals, Katie Ledecky, was this year's convocation speaker. Ledecky sat down with ENN's Fiona McAllister for an exclusive interview before her speech to students and families. She touched on all things swimming in her message to attendees. Let's take a look at a small sliver of the interview.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so excited to be here at Elon and to get to talk to a big audience today and to you.
What messages do you plan to share with Elon students today and their families?
Yeah, I'm just going to share some of my journey and share some of the things that I've learned through my Olympic experiences, hopefully tell some fun stories, behind the scenes types of things from that journey, and then also give a little bit of advice from what I learned in my college days. I know there'll probably be a lot of freshmen here with their families visiting, so just kind of talking about what I thought of as a freshman, what I learned through my years in school, and hopefully there's a little something that each student and each family can take away. And I know that Elon has a really great Health EU initiative here, and I think that's so great. I think it's really important to have a healthy lifestyle, especially in college, and to have the facilities here to support that, I think is awesome. And so I think we're just going to talk a little bit also about kind of some of those goals here at Elon and how I've seen that some of those same goals kind of play out in my Olympic journey as well. Goals.
Right. Is there anything else you'd like to add to this interview about maybe that we didn't touch on?
I think we covered a lot of great things. Yeah, again, thank you for having me. Thank you to Elon for being so welcoming. It's really been a great day so far, so I'm really excited to get out there and talk.
Ledecky says that swimming is something she grew up doing. Her mom was also a college swimmer, so Ledecky says she knew the importance of learning how to swim from a young age.
Up next, how one unique open house showed off Elon's anatomy program, and stay tuned for a live interview with an expert.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
Even more than I wanted a gold medal, I wanted a heart of gold, like the mentors who were my balance beams refusing to let me down, and the coaches who spoke out to anything out of bounds, heroes who never stood on podiums, but stood up for me. Every shot I made, give the assist to those who since my youth were referees, ready to blow the whistle and end abuse.
I rescued Toast from a shelter in 2011. I love Toast because she's a lazy diva. Toast does whatever she wants, obviously. She's sleeping right now. She's an epic snuggler. She's so comforting. She's so loving. Toast makes me laugh. When I walked into the shelter, I knew right then that she was special.
Kudos, Carl. You've always had a need for speed. Racing anything with wheels, speed reading novels in record time, yelling out 3, 2, 1 at every traffic light. But this time, you've taken your power obsession to the next level. By purchasing this electric vehicle, you've given yourself instant torque that blows your old launch times away, which will keep you saying, "Woo-wee," every time you punch the pedal. Good for your adrenaline, great for the planet. That's the power of EV.
Family Weekend kicked off with many families eager to spend time with their students. Though off to a rainy start, the weekend turned into all sun. Many activities and opportunities encouraged parents and their students to engage with the Elon community and get involved with campus culture. Christine Blake Ward, an Elon parent, says she enjoys seeing her daughter in her element on campus.
We spend our weekend first and foremost connecting with our daughter, letting her walk us around campus, show us some of her favorite places, introducing us to her favorite people, participating in some of the really cool activities that have been going on around here.
Another Family Weekend event gave both relatives and passersby the unique opportunity to see inside Elon's anatomy lab. ENN's Virginia Vance went to check it out.
For 4 hours on Saturday morning, students and families were shuffling around in Elon's anatomy lab, hearing student teachers explain brains, hearts, and tendons in the foot. The Edler family came to see what their daughter was learning.
I was impressed that my daughter actually knew the anatomy for the sections that she's already learned.
The undergraduate anatomy foreman, Abby Monsanto, led the event.
I just want people to come in and see how passionate we are and how excited we are to share this subject, and how cool it is to learn off of real human donors.
The open lab included displays of preserved organs from human donors, or, as some within the department call them, silent teachers. Biology professor Matthew Clark is among those who use the term silent teachers.
There are individuals who never say one word to us but teach us so much about science that there's no way for you to learn that if you didn't have the opportunity to work with these silent teachers.
The university will hold memorials for the silent teachers in December and in May. This is Virginia Vance, ENN Tonight.
And joining us live in studio is Abby Monsanto. Elon's undergraduate anatomy foreman. Abby, can you tell us a little bit about what a foreman is?
Yeah, absolutely. So I kind of oversee all of my TTAPs, and I work really closely with our coordinator, Dr. Matthew Clark. He is actually the person who started the entire program, and so I just work really closely with him, and I kind of make sure the TTAPs program is running as it should.
Awesome. So for those who don't know, what is a TTAP?
Yeah, absolutely. It's we basically are like teaching assistants for the anatomy lab. Anatomy is such a big class. There's so much material to teach. So we kind of help out the professors. We a lot of times will teach the actual class while the professor spends time on dissection, progressive dissection with the students. We also do a lot of community outreach as well. We like to make sure that STEM activities are available to kids, students, all that kind of stuff. And we also have tutoring services as well for students.
That's awesome. So, Abby, how did you first get involved in this program?
Yeah, absolutely. So, actually, this program is why I came to Elon. My goal is to become a surgeon eventually. And I remember I found out about the undergraduate anatomy program. I didn't necessarily know about the TTAPs, but I knew that we had human donors or silent teachers. And I saw that, and we are one of the very few undergraduate schools that do have human donors, and I immediately knew that's where I wanted to be. And then I, of course, came to campus, toured campus, fell in love with how beautiful it is, how nice everybody was. And so that's kind of how I got here. Then I took anatomy, and then I found out about the TTAPs, and it was just crazy to me the impact that my teaching assistant, my TTAP, had on me. And I knew that I wanted to be that person for other students, and I wanted to share my knowledge and like the fun facts that I had when I was taking anatomy, and make sure that the students that were taking anatomy could do really well with my tips and pointers and all of that stuff.
That's awesome. So I heard you say that Elon is one of the few schools kind of in this area with programs like these. What was it like for you first stepping into that lab, and how do you think it's helped you in your kind of academic journey?
Yeah, I will say anatomy is very intimidating at first, especially because you know that we have the silent teachers, and a lot of people haven't seen a human donor before in that context. So it was very intimidating for me to walk through those doors, but as soon as I stepped up to the gurney where we keep our donors, I was kind of taken aback with how amazing it is that this person donated their body and gave their life so that I could learn and I could have a better experience with anatomy. And ever since that moment, I have been a huge proponent of learning off of human donors for undergraduate anatomy, because now I'm going to go off to med school eventually, and I already have an amazing foundational knowledge of anatomy, and I'm already ahead of some of the students that I will be with in my medical school classes. So.
That's awesome. So these teachers, these silent teachers, they obviously are such a critical part of the program, and Elon actually does memorials for them every couple of months, semesters.
Yes.
Can you talk to us a little bit about what it's like going to those
Absolutely.
and seeing that process?
So the donor memorials are actually one of my favorite events that we do. It is during the fall donor memorials, they normally happen in December. And then our spring donor memorials happen in May. So I love going to these events because a lot of times we'll have former TTAPs who are successful in their career, whether that's PA, PT, doctor, anything like that. Or we'll also have families of the donors come and speak to us and kind of talk about who that person was and how they lived their life and all of their experiences and stuff like that, so that we don't just think about our silent teachers as a person laying in front of us. We think of them as a person walking the earth and a person who had an impact on others. And it's just really amazing to hear you're working on this person for an entire semester, and then to go and turn around and sit down and hear their wife or their sibling or someone talk about how important they were to them and the impact that they made on the world. It's absolutely amazing. And every time I wind up crying because it's just so moving. And I'm super excited for our donor memorial in December, and then of course our donor memorial in May as well.
That's really special. Yeah. So our last question, if there was a new student kind of looking to get involved with TTAPs, what advice would you give them?
Absolutely. I am a big proponent of dissection. So in order to be a TTAP, you have to have taken anatomy. And you have to do well in anatomy because you will be teaching the material. But I always like to look for people who get up and have initiative to go up and dissect or answer questions in class, or they're really involved in class, because that tells me that that person will be a good teacher to teach other students as well. So if someone's looking to get involved with TTAPs, first of course I would say take anatomy. And I would also say be ready to kind of step out of your comfort zone, because it is obviously strange that there's a human donor in front of you. But once you kind of get over that hurdle, it is absolutely amazing. And everything that I've learned from those human donors, our silent teachers, has been absolutely incredible.
That's amazing. Well, Abby, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We've really appreciated your time.
Thank you.
Up next, how one festival is bringing the community together during Hispanic Heritage Month. And Elon's German Club dresses up for an annual event, next after the break.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed.
In 4 days. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children. She didn't know what to do.
Did you have a good day at school?
She gave them some broth without any bread.
There you go.
And kissed them all soundly.
Night night.
Good night. And put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
Women are bad with money. That's what the world's been saying for centuries. But now we've got something to say.
Save it. It's time to save ourselves by saving our money.
Until we're no longer 80% more likely than men to live in poverty in retirement.
Save it. The falsehoods, the feelings of fault.
Then, the funds. Learn how to save for your retirement at wesaysaveit.org.
I've always been told I gotta be strong. Thick skin, tough as nails. But to be everything for everybody, it wears on you. Black don't crack, they say. But it can. We all can. Reach out to a friend if you see them going through it. No matter who you are, being vulnerable is what makes us whole. Learn how to help at seizetheawkward.org.
Community members of Alamance County continued to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month at this year's annual Esperanza Festival. Emma Perman has more about the festival's focus on acceptance and cultural awareness.
Vendors, food trucks, and live music fill the streets of downtown Graham. Planning Committee Chair Yolima Vargas says bringing people together is important, especially during Hispanic Heritage Month.
We want every age, every gender, every background, every ethnicity to come and have a great time with us.
Hispanic Heritage Month is from September 15th through October 15th and is a time to enjoy and experience Hispanic culture. The festival is open for everyone, no matter their background.
I want to celebrate the contributions of Latino community members in every corner of this country. And Alamance County is no different.
The Esperanza Festival focused on building community and educating those about the culture. Planning Committee member Nicole Gutierrez says this is the time to get to know each other.
We're all a part of what makes Alamance County great, and really the whole state of North Carolina. And we all have value, we all have something to give, we all have something to teach each other and learn from each other. And it can be anything. You could go to one of the vendors and find out where their goods are from, and did they learn it from a family business in their home country.
attendees showed their appreciation for the culture by dancing and supporting local vendors. Emma Perman, ENN Tonight.
Well, that's all the news we have. Thank you so much for joining us.
Head over to our website, elonnewsnetwork.com, for stories, sports, and more.
Thanks for watching. Have a great night, Elon.